Hi, fellow contrarians. Today is July 28th, and over the last couple of weeks, there was a lot of stuff going on. A lot of changes in the political scene in the US, and let's see, the contrarian view of that. It is amazing. It's just amazing how once everybody admitted, it's not like nobody saw it before, but once everybody admitted that the president is naked, how quickly everybody turned on him. How quickly the media turned, the party turned, how quickly somebody else was maneuvered into election space. Wow. A lot of people call it a coup, and it definitely seems like one, right? If it would happen anywhere else in the world, U.S. media would be immediately calling it a coup. And it's also very, very amazing how we talk about how democratic our country is, how democratic U.S. is, that U.S. is an example of democracy. And here we have, in a matter of few days, one candidate is pushed out, another one is put in place. And whoever had a discussion on this? Where are the people? Where are the American people in this whole process? Whoever consulted them? Whoever consulted the population of the United States? It just seems just like this, without discussions, at least among the American voters, right? Nobody asked American voters. Nobody had discussions, debates, or anything like that. All of a sudden, we have a new candidate. Some few guys talked among themselves, discussed, and the hell with American people. So that's the bastion of democracy, huh? On the other hand, we have the Republican Party. Pretty much everybody's betting now on Trump that he will win the election. It does seem like he has a lot more chances than Harris, for sure. And again, the next day or 2 days later, all of a sudden they have Trump polls that Trump and Harris are going head to head. Is there anybody really who believes that? Does media who publish that really believe that? What a narrative, huh? Whoever would believe that. Then, and the Trump's going around talking about freedom, about taking the country back, draining the swamp. But I don't know. I have my doubts. I mean, look at who's financing him. Look at Vance. They're backed by Peter Thiel, right? Who runs Palantir, who founded Palantir, which is basically a private surveillance company that is totally against privacy. The company is based on pre-crime. It's the company that identified and helped arrest January 6th protesters, right? And these are the people that are backing Trump now. So, I don't know. Somehow looks fishy too. Which brings me to the biggest question that nobody's talking about. And that's the biggest, probably contrarian thing here. Why is there only two parties in the United States? I think most democratic countries, look at Europe, look at India, like any country that has elections and, not every, we'll get to that in a second, but most democratic countries have 4, 5, 6, a dozen parties. How is it that in the U.S., the system made in such a way that an outside candidate, like in this case, Kennedy, is having the hardest time to register with the election committees of 50 states? he has to jump through hoops. I mean, we're all about democracy. Shouldn't we make it easy for other parties to form, to get registered, so we have more? I mean, come on, people, look. The passion of democracy. And we can vote for Harris or Trump. Are we serious? I mean, the rest of the world is laughing at the United States. Laughing. One of the richest countries in the world, calling itself democratic country, and it has only two choices. You know, they do have elections in China too. They have elections in China, they have elections in Russia, they have elections in Iran. They even probably have elections in North Korea. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Don't know for sure, but I wouldn't be surprised. But those countries are not considered democratic because supposedly people have no choice. Where in the U.S. do people have a choice? Where? Which one of us can say, hey, we want to vote for that guy. He seems pretty smart. No. The two parties select two candidates, and those two candidates each party has millions and millions of people in it. And somehow, out of those millions and millions and millions of people, these are the two candidates that we get. Or like, maybe in pre-elections, a few more, and then they're narrowed down. But why can't we have like 5 parties, 10 parties? What the heck is going on? This is the question we should be asking. Why is the system set up in such a way that an outside candidate can't register or has to jump through hoops to register, can't get campaign financing, can't get security detail? Basically, the system is rigged against an outside candidate. So when a candidate's talking about draining the swamp, how about, first of all, making the system easier for other candidates to register and participate in the elections? How about we focus on that? Maybe then the U.S. will become a little bit more democratic. Maybe then we will be able to drain the swamp. Maybe then we will do some more interesting things. Well, that's a thought. I doubt we'll ever get there because who in the two parties interested in sharing power with a third, fourth, fifth, or 10th party? Obviously nobody. So, this is a question we should be asking ourselves, but we don't, and probably this will never change. So, that's my contrarian view for today. Have a great day. Love you.